Hi guys. Dancing. Today we're going to talk about why you stopped reading. You were bored. That book's not for you, sweetie. You kept falling asleep. That book's not for you, sweetie. You didn't understand what was going on. Then that was not the book for you.
Well, duh.
Choosing a book is sometimes hard, and it's important to remember that the popular books might not always be for you. Just because lots of people like something doesn't mean you have to, doesn't mean you should. Find the book that's right for you. Today we're going to talk about why you stopped reading. If you stopped reading because you didn't have enough time, here's what to do. Start off small. Aim for 2 to 5 pages a day. Work out if that was a realistic goal for you and adjust accordingly. Maybe you had more time than you thought. Aim for 10 pages. Maybe you had less time. Just start off with 1 or 2 pages at first. This way you can realise if there were opportunities throughout the day when you could have been reading, instead of using your phone, for example. Commuting is an amazing time to get reading in. If you don't work, or you work from home, why don't you factor in a commuting time? Maybe you could get up 20 minutes earlier, read 10 or so pages. Likewise, at the end of the day, you could spend 20 to 30 minutes having a little read before you start your dinner. The beauty of reading is it's such an adaptable hobby. So you could do this late in the evening, early in the morning, in the middle of the day on your lunch break, whenever you want. It's such a flexible hobby because it's for you and you alone. You can read at your pace, on your time, whenever you want, and there is no deadline. The social part of reading comes in once you've read the book. If you want to discuss it with someone, maybe you didn't like a character and you want to vent about it, maybe you loved a character and you just want to share it with someone. That's what I'm here for. If you stopped because the first pages weren't as good as you thought, here's what to do. I always go by the 50 rule. If I'm not invested in a book by 50 pages in, then that's not the book for me. By reading 50 pages, you've given the book a fair shot, a fair go. You can say that you tried, and normally by that point you would have at least had some kind of plot point that is engaging for you.
Nope.
Tip, the bigger the book, the longer the build-up, usually.
Naughty, naughty, you teasing me, you naughty, naughty.
So maybe start small and work your way up.
What did she say?
Might not be best to choose a 700 pager as your first book back. By reading 50 pages, you haven't lost that much of your time, but you've also given the book a fair shot. That's why I always go by this rule. And please, please, please remember it's okay to not finish a book. If you choose that you don't like that book and you want to move on, that is so fine. That is your decision. Never let anyone tell you otherwise. If you stopped reading because you've seen the same thing before, here's what to do. Take a moment. Reflect. Did you like the book you read before? If you did like it, are you able to read this book without comparing it? If no, then I would say choose another book and come back to this one when you're ready. Sometimes that can be a book's greatest downfall. If you've read a book that is just really similar to the concept, you're constantly in your head going to be comparing what's happening in the 2 different books, which one you like more, and you might not give that book a fair chance. If read on its own, it could be one of your favourite books. Also, it can be a bit confusing in terms of the plot. You might start mixing the characters together, mixing the plots together. It just makes sense to take a break, choose another book in between, and go back. Now remember, it's okay to have multiple books on the go at the same time. Different books are perfect for different situations. You might have a really gritty book that you don't want to get into when you have to stop and start on a commute or waiting. You might not want to read a scary book at night. There's lots of books that are great for different situations. Again, my people, it's okay not to finish a book. No one's going to be upset at you, nobody's going to be mad at you, and you shouldn't be mad at yourself. If it's not for you, don't force it. You don't have to read it. Reading should be enjoyable. As long as you're enjoying your book, I'm a happy camper. If you stopped reading because it's expensive, I hear you, the prices of books can get crazy. I feel you, I feel you. Books can be really expensive nowadays, but I've got a few ways that I think I can help. So here's what to do. First of all, Kindle books are typically cheaper. So if you do have some dusty old Kindle sitting, lying around your house, dust it off, charge it up and get reading on a Kindle. They are cheaper, and it pains me to say because I love a physical copy, but if that's the situation you're in right now, then definitely a Kindle is an option. Also, I understand Kindles are expensive, so if you don't have one, you can download the Kindle app. I really feel like I should be sponsored by them. I talk about them all the time. You can download the Kindle app onto your phone, which is free, and you can read that way, so you can still download the books at the Kindle price onto your phone. If you have Prime, there are also some books in Prime Reading. They have like cool prints, a selection, loads and loads of different ones. So you could also do that. You can get a trial of Kindle Unlimited I mean, it is obviously a limited trial. That is another option. On the Kindle, books go on sale all the time. They're always doing 99p deals. They change all the time. They also do free books, which I can make another video about to show you. Let me know if you'd be interested.
Naughty, naughty.
I would probably say the Kindle app is the cheapest way to go. If you stopped reading because you can't choose what to read, then here's what to do. Spin a wheel of chance. In my friendship group, one of my friends will always leave a decision up to one of those wheels. You can just type it in on Google, put in your options, let it spin, let the fate decide. We always say, if you're disappointed with the answer, then you truly wanted the other one. Or, if you're happy with the answer, then away you go. You could maybe look into what your favourite YouTuber is reading. I'm reading the second book in Devil's Night, Hideaway. I can give you some recommendations if you'd like. Reading keeps you awake at night. Here's what to do. As I mentioned earlier, it's great to have books for different situations. So sometimes, if I'm reading a book that's maybe a little bit scary, a little bit exciting, a bit more thriller vibe, I'll read that book in the day. And then I'll read something a lot more light-hearted and chilled in the evening. That really creates a good balance for me because it helps me switch off, it helps me stop thinking about what's going to happen next in the other book, and I can go back to it the next day refreshed and excited to read again. I would say romance is really good for night. So if you've got a nice sort of chill, happy romance, maybe something by Emily Henry, that sort of area, I would say those are quite good for evening. If you stopped reading because you don't know anybody else you can talk to about books, well, look no further, you've got me. I'm always happy to talk about a book, get a discussion going. I am going to be putting more questions in my description of the video, so if you want to answer, have a little chat, you know, comment down below. Well, I hope that helped you if you stopped reading. It's time to pick up those books. 2024 is the year for improving ourselves, improving our mental health, our physical health, our confidence. So get those books and start feeling hotter. Little shameless plug of my own video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope it helped you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Thanks for watching. Ooh, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Yeah. Ooh. I swear though, if my phone dies one more time,